what I was gonna say is, so yesterday we did the Moon Brothers podcast. I love Aster and Ren. They're really fun to collab with, especially together. We bounce off each other really well. That's why I initially wanted them to do the podcast, right? But I saw some comments regarding like some stuff that I just didn't like, and I wanted to address them. And I've been getting this a lot, like over the course of me being in Nichi. I just was like, I'm just gonna duck it and ignore it because I feel like, you know, it's gonna go away. Like people are gonna stop. But bro, now these people just be going like ape shit with this shit and they just won't stop. So I understand everyone's concerns. I want to start off with that. But I do think a lot of times, like you guys as viewers tend to overstep boundaries where like you don't understand the dynamics of my relationship with someone else as well as I do, or the people I'm involved with do. For example, me and Aster and Ren are really good friends. I know them very well. Okay, I don't talk to everyone in NIJISANJI daily. Like that's insane. 26 people every day, all the time is impossible, okay? I talk to like a select people daily, and it's people that I tend to be closer to, right? I literally talk to Ren, Aster, Scarlet, and Enna pretty much daily. Like those people I talk to pretty much every day. Ren and Enna especially. I think it's a little weird when people tend to act like we don't talk about stuff said on stream, off stream. So I've been getting a lot of comments that I am either like too mean to my friends, or I'm encouraging viewers to be mean to my friends, yada yada yada. And I just want to say, I honestly don't think I am that mean. Okay, I never say any of my like jabs or jokes in malice. It's solely in fun. And I talk to them literally the same way off stream as I do on stream, okay? Maybe I'm a little nicer to them off stream because we'll talk about more serious stuff, but like in general, I'm the same. And I saw some people saying like I was either too mean to Ren or Aster or whatever. And I was like worried that maybe I was. And this happened in the Aluna Gang Meets collab as well. People were like, oh, like, Kyo won't leave people alone, whatever. And most people are fine. Most people find it entertaining. It's fine. But they think I'm being mean. Or I can't be nice, whatever. And if you see me like talk to other people, I will adjust like my levels, how cutthroat my humor is depending on who I'm with. Okay. And I tend to be the most cutthroat and blunt and like kind of roasty with the people I'm closest to. And that's why I do it a lot with Aluna and a lot with Ren, Aster, and Enna. And like in the one collab we did with like Gardic Phone, I was the punching bag of everyone's joke too. And I didn't care, right? Because like I'm used to it and they're used to it and it's fine. So yeah, everyone is fine. Like I literally asked Ren, Aster, and same with the Aluna collab. They kind of mutually were like, nah, like don't worry about it. Like we're fine. If we have a problem, we'll tell you. Because I never want there to be a situation where they feel like they can't be honest with me about stuff I've said on stream. And I also dislike how during the podcast, people in the chat were like, oh, like X person is being quiet at X time. Like when there were just two of us talking and one of us not talking. That tends to be how it is when two people are engaged in a subject matter and the other person doesn't want to interrupt, or maybe the third person doesn't have much to add to the topic. Like not every person or not all three of us in every collab are going to talk the same amount because it depends on what the subject matter is. And I think when viewers assume that there's something wrong, someone's being quiet because of some reason, it's normally like it doesn't track and isn't like the most accurate, and it can cause like not only the person who's being quiet to be frustrated because it's almost like people are telling you you're quiet, you feel like you need to talk now, and you're like, why do people think I'm being quiet? Or like they think something's wrong, so I should talk so people don't think it's wrong. It like makes it weird for that person and makes it weird for everyone else who's talking. Like I just think most people are fine with most of the stuff that happens, and if they're not, we talk about it. But so far I've never had an issue with anyone in Aluna or Enna at all. I wasn't the biggest fan of how everyone in chat conducted themselves during the collab, and this is another thing I wanted to address, like attached to that. So I'm known for like jabbing my friends, roasting them, whatever. I don't like I said, I don't want to just be the one that's roasting people all the time. Like I just tend, it's just hard when I am like more oriented that way and everyone else around me isn't like, doesn't have the same exact, I guess, bantery level as me, right? So that it just seems a little odd. Like I'm almost like too on everyone's ass. That's why I really like collabing with Enna, because we're on each other's ass equally, right? So I have seen in the podcast chat, I wasn't paying attention to it during the live because I was talking to Ren and Aster. Like I'm not like gonna fully immerse myself in chat, right? Because I was talking to Ren and Aster. And I saw some comments on like Twitter, and even someone posted it in the YouTube comments. People in chat were being disrespectful toward Ren and Aster. Upon rewatching the VOD, like I saw it a little bit. But I don't want you guys to use me bantering with Ren and Aster as your justification for genuinely shitting on Ren and Aster. Like, just because I say Ren's shorts sucked ass, okay, or that Aster's feet cam stream was a little quirky, okay, does not mean you guys are like, oh, well, like, you know, if Kyo doesn't like this, and this, I'm gonna go hate on. Like, don't do that. I don't think that's cool. There are people that do that, and I see it a lot amongst me and other people in Aluna. There are a lot of people that use me like taking shots at people in a joking manner as like a genuine justification for their shitty actions, or hating on like my fellow gen mates. And this has been going on for a while. It just kind of hit like an apex yesterday where like it actually started to bother me. And so I just want you to know, like, I don't condone that at all. If I ever like make a joke about Ren or Aster on stream, that does not mean like I parted the Red Sea for you to come in and say the same thing, okay? Like, if I'm like, oh, Aster, you're a bitch, that doesn't mean you can go on Aster's stream and call him a bitch, okay? Like, there's the thing where like, if you know someone and you were to call them a bitch and you know they're fine with it, you guys will just think it's funny and it's a thing between you guys. But if someone, random person, were to walk up to your friend and call them a bitch after you call them a bitch, just because they saw you call them a bitch, you would be like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, you don't know them, right? So like, that's what I think, like, that's the best example I could take into like sort of like boundaries and sort of things. And I don't want me to be the example or justification for why you guys talk badly about my friends. And I think, like I said, I don't think like I think it's reasonable that you don't have to like everyone in Aluna from an entertainment standpoint. You don't have to find everyone entertaining in NIJISANJI. You don't. That's it. Like, I think that's unreasonable. I don't think you should be required to watch all 26 members. The reason there's so many people in NIJISANJI is so you can find someone that you genuinely like. And so there's more of a variety to pick from, rather than you like trying to watch everyone because you like certain aspects of one person and not certain aspects of another. Like, you don't, and you also don't have to have one person you watch. You can watch multiple people. Like, you can watch whoever the fuck you want. But I don't think just because you don't like someone, that means that, or you don't like their content, that means you can use me making a roasty joke towards them as justification for shitting on them as a person, or like negatively talking about them at all. Because I never do it with negative intent at all. It's always out of love. That's why I would not be spending so much time with them if I actually did not like them. And I also don't roast people or poke fun of people that I know can't handle it. Like, I just don't. That's why when I collab with, like, for example, like I've done stuff with like Rosemi or stuff like that, I just don't want to roast them because I just feel like it just doesn't seem right, right? Or like Maria, I like to be nicer to her because that's just how it is. So I just think the reason, especially everyone in Luna, is so like quote unquote unhinged with each other is because we're really comfortable with each other, because we talk to each other a lot off stream. We're always hanging out in Discord calls. I think even like Pomo and Enna talked about it on one of Pomo's streams before, and like, it's true. Overall, I would just prefer if you guys wouldn't use what I say as justification for attacking anyone in my gen, or like being anti to anyone in my gen because you think they're beneath me in some way, which I think is ridiculous. Like I said, we're all entertainers at the end of the day. Not everyone is gonna be your cup of tea. We're entertainers. Like, as you're not gonna, like, no one expects you to like every TV show on like Nickelodeon, for example, right? Think of that as the same way NIJISANJI. Like, you don't have to like every streamer, but that does not mean you have to actively dislike them either. And I also never want you guys to like attack any of my gen mates on my behalf if you think they said something offensive to me, because most of the time I do not give a fuck, okay? I can dish it and take it equally. I don't care. I have friends off stream that say way worse to me, okay? I'm used to it. But I also think you guys also need to know that you cannot banter with my gen mates the same way I do, because you're not me, right? You're not me. They don't know you that as well as I know them. So I don't think it's reasonable for you guys to treat them like you do, you know? So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.